Nope.
Well, how about this?
Billie Jean is not my lover. She's just a girl who says that I am the one. But
The kid is not my son. What's going on, YouTube? NC here, and today we are going to be doing another reaction. But before I get into it, I just want to let y'all know, I don't care who you are, what you've been through, what you into, or what you do, Jesus Christ loves you, and so do I. And with that being said, let's get into it. Also, I will say, I don't know, when it comes to reactions, my camera doesn't work as solid as it does for gaming, because I know that one video I made when it kept blacking out. So I don't know what's going to happen. Hopefully my camera can stay up. If it's not, we just going to have to work our way around that. But with that being said, let's go. Okay, so the video we're going to be reacting to is Who is Actually a Worse Boss? Mr. Krabs versus Mr. Burns. This video is going to be by No Villains Are Safe. I'm hard watching right now. I remember watching an episode of The Simpsons where Mr. Burns went to Yale, and the guys at Yale were like, "You're worse than the Mustache Man." And Mr. Burns was like, "I'm sorry, but this is no time for flattering. I'm pulling out." And then, you know, yeah, so I'm calling Mr. Burns off the rip, but we just gonna have to see it. Like
in the red corner, Mr. Krabs, the cruel crustacean who sold SpongeBob's soul for 62 cents.
I do remember that.
Here you go, Krabs. 62 cents.
And in the blue corner, Mr. Burns, CEO of Springfield's Power Plants of Pain.
Would you mind?
Yes, sir.
Today, we're pitting these two in a head-to-head battle to figure out which one of them is the final boss of being a terrible boss. Each boss can get a max of 3 points. 1 for financial exploitation, 2 for putting employees in physical danger, and 3 for causing life-altering damage. Let the battle commence! Starting with that time, Krabs just flat-out tried to murder his employees. In Clams, Mr. Krabs has made his $1,000,000th off the blood, sweat, and tears of the Krusty crew.
Okay.
As a thank you, he's taken them out on a trip of a lifetime.
Clam fishing. Fishing for stinky clams in a smelly old boat on a filthy lagoon. This is the reward we get for all our hard work.
SpongeBob accidentally casts out Squidward's big nose as bait.
I remember, I remember, I felt that. Like, whenever I was watching and Squidward's nose got ripped off, I was remember grabbing my nose and feeling weird.
Possession gets eaten up by a hungry clam.
Finally got the girl that you were. Let me lock in.
Krabs won't stop bawling like a baby, so Squidward and SpongeBob offer to help get his $1,000,000th back. But after 3 days, with no sign of the clam who stole it, Mr. Krabs descends into madness, and now this vacation has really become the trip of a lifetime.
Live bait.
You're crazy. What makes you think he'll come now?
Yo, those little old SpongeBob scenes used to be some straight.
You are completely out of your mind.
Like when they would just put like real life things going on in the show, that would be hilarious.
Mr. Krabs jumps into the clam's mouth to rescue his $1,000,000th, but gets eaten. Squidward and SpongeBob cry over losing the crab who just tried to kill them, but it ain't the end for old Mr. Cage just yet. Well, at least the top half of him anyway.
It wasn't easy. Old Blue Lips is quite the fighter.
What'd you get him?
Nothing important.
Yep, Mr. Krabs would rather lose half of his body than lose a freaking dollar. That's not surprising, though. After all, he once ripped his arms
this economy
off for the same salary this nuclear power plant worker makes.
Excellent, Zutroy. Work hard, and each day you'll get a shiny penny.
That's not even $1 for the entire fracking month. My heavens, I thought the Krusty crew were grossly underpaid. At least the workers getting paid something, though. The plant's Brazilian soccer team don't get paid jack.
We found a missing Brazilian soccer team working in your reactor core.
And what is
that's devious work.
Committing multiple counts of slavery and kidnapping?
That plane crashed on my property.
Yeah, it don't work like that, Burnsy. Speaking of things that don't really work, allow me to introduce you guys to Krabby Land.
Oh yeah, right. I do remember this. And then in the same one, wasn't there like this Krabby Clown or whatever, and then Mr. Krabs
This is
ended up
giving
going out
the
and got
Scott and
jumped.
Willy Wonka
I remember that.
experience, but with way more lawsuits waiting to happen. At least that kid who got a concussion has a performance from Cheapy the Cheapskate, Krabby the Clown to look forward to. But first, SpongeBob will have to stall all the children painfully.
yo.
Mr. Krabs, I can't take much more of this stalling stuff.
Get out there and stall!
The kids are using them as boomerangs.
Surely Krabs is going to
Yo,
rush
children
SpongeBob
are
to the
wild,
hospital
yo.
and pay for
I'm
all of his
telling
medical
you.
bills himself. Well, he's definitely concerned about paying for something to be fixed.
Oh no! They might break my windows! Well, now that all their money's counted, tell him Krabby has just arrived!
Little dude has lost all of his limbs, and Krabs is worried about a broken window. To think SpongeBob almost died saving this a-hole from getting executed by King Neptune. Should've just let it happen and gone back to Goofy Goobers. That movie was peak entertainment, though, wasn't it?
It
Krabby
was.
the Clown's big reveal. Well, that was about to be as entertaining as Patrick's boring rog.
Thank you all for coming! Eat
Yeah.
patties!
I remember him closing the door was so
Mr. Burns'
funny to
big
me.
birthday bash was also pretty darn disappointing. In the episode
Okay.
Rosebud, it's Burnsy's probably 120th birthday, and he wants nothing more than his childhood bear Bobo. But let's face it, this happening on his big day,
Happy birthday,
Oh,
Mr. Smithers.
is more likely than finding a lost bear from 100 years ago. On the night of the party, everybody in town arrives at the mansion with armfuls of gifts for a man 1,000
Wait.
times richer than all of them combined. Despite receiving a fracking unicorn and multiple piles of gold, Mr. Burns scoffs at all of his wonderful presents, but at least Smithers got him his very own performance from the Ramones.
Go to hell, you old bastard.
Have the Rolling Stones killed.
Oh, sir, those aren't.
Do as I say.
Damn, this birthday's a total disaster.
Have the
Maybe
Rolling
Homer's stand-up
Stones
comedy show can
killed.
save the party.
Hey, Mr. Burns, do this, do that, blah, blah, blah. I think I'm so big.
Nah, that just leads to dozens of assaults.
Destroy him.
Blah, blah, blah. Look at me. Bow!
that a whole SWAT team? They just assaulted everybody? Yo, imagine you pull up to your boss's birthday, right? And the one guy who doesn't like the boss gets all of y'all beat by cops. I would be so upset. Lock me in.
Where did I lose him?
After the party, Burns tells Smithers about his lost bear Bobo, and now a search is underway to find it. Lo and
Alright.
behold, Bobo's found by Bart inside the Quickie Mart freezer.
Alrighty.
Homer, of course, demands a pretty extravagant ransom for the safe return of Burns' precious bear.
$1
Valid.
million and 3 Hawaiian islands.
Done. Now give me that bear.
Woohoo! I'm rich!
Homer's basically won the lottery at this point. All he has to do is hand over the bear, and he's living on Easy Street for the rest of his life. I guess he loves his kids way more than anybody ever thought.
Give me the bear.
The bear.
Here you go, Maggie. The deal's off, Mr. Burns.
You've made a mistake, Simpson.
Yo, it's just a teddy bear. Am I bugging for saying that, bro? If it were me personally, I'm giving the bear. It's an old, disgusting teddy bear at that. I'm not letting my kids play with that.
This might actually be the dumbest thing.
I'm getting
Homer's ever
$1 million
done. Maybe a
for
terrible person, but I would've
that.
snatched
Of
bear
course,
from
I would have
Maggie
taken the
so
bear.
frackin' fast.
I mean,
Baby girl
of course, I would have
seen it
given him the
coming.
bear.
The Simpsons would be living it up in Hawaii right about now if Homer hadn't been such a frackin' idiot.
Exactly.
The change of scenery at work, though, it's just far from luxurious.
Homer Simpson, report for much worse duties.
I wonder what makes it turn.
Who cares?
No! No!
Jeez.
After lunch, can I whip you?
Homer
After
won't give
lunch,
up the
can
bear,
I
so
whip you?
Burns has declared war, and he'll do anything to get Bobo back, even taking over TV and diverting every beer truck away from Springfield. Cutting the alcohol supply from a town full of drunks is obviously going to put Homer in some serious danger.
Give him what he wants. Oops!
In the
Who'd
end,
he
Maggie
shoot?
gave the bear back to Burns, and perhaps that was her way of saying, "Oops, sorry, I shot you that one time." I always expected more blood in that scene.
Yo,
This is
some
Andy
cartoons
Geiger
just don't be
running
making
so
sense
much red stuff on
sometimes.
Burns. He looked like Squidward on the night of the Krusty Krab talent
Like, they'll
show.
have really funny scenes, and then they'll have, like, really devious, disgusting scenes right next to it.
I'm losing money on this deal.
It's worth every penny.
You don't even know talent.
This music was gas. Not this music. This episode was gas. I don't know why I said this
Moves
music.
didn't warrant that kind of reaction from the crowd. Burns' actions, however, tomato that fricker out of the world. In part 1 of Who Shot Mr. Burns, Burnsy stole priceless oil from the elementary school, shut down Moe's Tavern, broke Santa's Little Helper's legs, destroyed
Jeez.
Springfield Retirement Castle, fired
Jeez.
Smithers, and the worst crime of all, completely refused to learn Homer's name.
Who the devil are you?
Oh, man. Simpson!
What? What are you talking about? Don't really make sense. You're just babbling in
My name
like
is
some sort of-
Homer Simpson!
Oh, you're dead. You're dead.
Kidding. The most heinous crime in the history of heinous crimes has got to be stealing the whole frackin' sun. Like, right?
One last look.
No
at
way
the
that
sun,
happened.
Springfield.
With the sun gone, Springfield will have no choice but to rely on nuclear energy 24 hours a day, putting even more money into the pocket of a literal billionaire. Burns walks home feeling pretty pleased with himself, but
Okay.
there's one more evil deed that needs doing: stealing candy from a baby. Maggie Simpson seems like the perfect muggy, but Burns ends up getting shot anyway. He's tougher than Armor Abs Crab, so he survives the shooting, and in part 2, Wiggum goes looking for the culprit, while the citizens of Springfield get to work pulling down Burns' sun blocker.
What town did we just crush?
No clue.
Dozens were crushed to death by the sunblocker, but Shelby villains don't
Archbishop
work for
carries
Burns,
less than
so he only gets
$20.
3 points for giving rickets to Springfieldians like Homer.
I've had it up to here with these damn rickets.
Bow-leggedness
Burns
of
woke
doom
up
and
from his
despair.
coma and named Maggie Simpson as his shooter. She wasn't thrown in jail since she's a baby, but Burns has served 1,000 years in prison for blocking out the damn sun. Seriously, what he did was one of the most top-tier villain
Y'all
moments in
just
cartoon
letting-
history. And what
Yo.
wicked...
Old Simpson scenes really is funny. Y'all remember that one scene with Michael Jackson? Hold on, wait. Let me see if I can find it. This one, dog. This one.
Heard of me. I'm a very popular entertainer.
Oh, of course I've heard of you. I mean, you'd have to be living under a rock not to know. What'd you say your name was?
Michael Jackson.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Well, have you heard of MTV?
Nope.
Motown.
No.
Beat
MTV.
It.
You beat it.
Thriller.
What was that last one?
Thriller.
Nope.
Well, how about this?
Billie Jean is not my lover. She's just a girl who says that I am the one. But
The kid is not my son.
Wow. How do you do that thing with your feet?
The moonwalk?
No, that thing with your feet.
Here, look. Just raise your heel a bit. And put a little
Okay.
pressure on the ball of your foot.
Yeah.
Huh?
Don't. Bruh, that scene is gutted. Log me back in though.
Indeed, could Mr. Krabs possibly do to compete with that? Perhaps the cruelest,
I
most
am
despicable
the
thing he's
one.
ever done, forcing his employees
kid
to work
is
literally
not
forever.
my
In fear of a
son.
Krabby Patty, Plankton opens the chum bucket 23 hours a day, so Mr. Krabs opens the Krusty Krab 24 out of spite.
My
And
question
greed,
is,
probably.
are y'all going to the chum bucket if it's open 23 hours a day? Like, I assume residents in Bikini Bottom wouldn't go to the chum bucket even if it was open 23 hours a day. At that point, you
Now
just
the
got food at
Krusty
home,
Krab is
no?
open 24 hours!
We get to keep working and working and working without ever having to go home. Ow! Ow! Ow!
By 10 day of non-stop service, Squidward is totally exhausted and uglier than ever before, but SpongeBob, he's tougher than a piece of steamed coral.
Squidward, you don't hear SpongeBob complaining, do ya? You could learn a few things from that boy.
He is not normal.
Plankton places an order of 10,000 Krabby Patties to finally make SpongeBob crack. A month passes by, and without Krabs letting his employees have even a single break, they are clearly in the final stages of severe sleep deprivation.
You don't want to know how many days it's been? I lost track.
Okay.
What the flim-flam? What are you doing in here, boy?
SpongeBob has developed a full-blown phobia of Krabby Patties and is sent across the street to Dr. Peter Langton's psychiatrist's
Peter
office. Plankton
Langton's
tries to get the formula out of SpongeBob
psychiatrist.
using therapy, but he just ends up curing his phobia instead.
I'm cured.
But what about the
Yo, I've said this in a video already.
I better get
I
back
feel
to
like
work.
Plankton, Dr. Doofenshmirtz, and other like evil guys from cartoons aren't really evil for real. Because if I had the access that Plankton and Dr. Doofenshmirtz had, and I had like the IQ and the things they did, I would have been accomplished my goals a long time ago, bro. Like I would have been taking the Krabby Patty secret from them.
A little nap fixed all of SpongeBob's problems, and Krabs got rid of the 24-hour shifts. But if SpongeBob never went insane, he literally would have worked his employees to death. If this wasn't a cartoon, Squidward and SpongeBob would have dropped dead by day 7, and Mr. Krabs would have been jailed for murder. Even though they survived, working for
Okay.
over 40 days non-stop is literally torture, and Mr. Krabs has to get 3 points for this. I mean, there's no way working that long didn't shave at least 10 years off of SpongeBob and Squidward's lifespans. If Springfieldians were as strong as Bikini Bottom Dynamites, I'm sure Burns would work his employees forever too. CEO Homer,
Okay.
though? He'd never dream of doing that. Yes, the same guy who drove into a chestnut tree actually became a CEO of something. In CEO, Homer shows intelligence for the very first time in his life and cleverly overthrows Burns to become the new CEO of the power plant.
The Regulatory Commission is here for a surprise inspection.
Good Lord, that canary was supposed to be my pigeon. The titular head of the power plant is now Mr. Homer J. Simpson.
That's right, Mr. Burns. You're fired.
Smithers, get this bedlamite an alienist.
No, it's entirely within my power. There never were any nuclear inspectors. Check and mate.
Now, Homer doesn't know the first thing about running a lemonade stand, let alone a billion-dollar company, so all he does is goof off in Burns' office, that and gets seriously overwhelmed trying to run the place.
Well, you gotta lay off 112 people.
You will go to jail.
Oh, I need a vacation.
This is your vacation.
And what is the old man up to after being forced into retirement? Well, he decided to take a vacation and live young by doing some hardcore drugs, which he, of course, made Smithers buy for him.
I can buy some,
Drugs.
Drugs? Everything is drugs. Look, all markets made of drugs.
I'd like to buy this.
Only American money. Our money is made of drugs.
Burns ends up returning without Smithers, letting him take all the fall for his drug crimes.
Where's Mr. Smithers?
He's doing 80 years on an opium bust. I never saw a man take to a Turkish prison so quickly.
Homer has already realized that being a CEO
Taken
ain't
to
all
a
it's
what
cracked up to
prison?
be.
Didn't take to a Turkish prison so quickly.
Turkish.
Homer has already realized
I
that
thought he
being a
said
CEO ain't all it's cracked up to be and wants to hand the plant back to Burns. But did he really think the guy evil enough to steal the sun would let him get away with stealing his plant?
Steal my plant, will you? You'll be walled inside my mausoleum forever.
Burns begins burying Homer alive, but without Smithers to help. By morning, he's only planted a few bricks, so Homer hands the plant back and just goes home. He was one of the lucky ones. SpongeBob and Squidward actually got buried alive by their boss.
That's true.
Send her down!
He shoots.
Off me!
Hey, Squidward, what you doing?
We just got buried alive, you idiot!
Mr. Krabs can't even lie and say he didn't see them. Like, come on, they were right there.
Yeah.
Being buried alive is my worst nightmare, but Squidward should be able to cope, right? Remember when he got stuck in the freezer at work and Mr. Krabs never bothered looking for him for thousands of years?
Someone will realize I'm gone and come looking for me.
2,000 years later.
It's crazy how the Krusty Krab is still in business thousands
Why is
of years
everything
later.
chrome?
I never knew Krabby Patties tasted that good. Squidward survived because he was locked in a freezer, but the League of Evil trapped in Burns' office weren't doing so well when he finally remembered them.
The League of Evil. My league. My beautiful league.
Even monsters need air, sir.
Blessed. Well, gather their watches.
Mugging the
Well, they
dead.
gather their
Shame
watches.
on you, Burns. And shame on Mr. Krabs because he did the exact same thing in the episode
Yeah.
One Krabs Trash. So the Krabs is having a little yard sale with only the very finest of antiques.
Disposable? Phooey.
Ew, what the frick was that, man?
A really
Bikini Bottom
nasty
is
razor.
Full of not so smart shoppers, so Krabs manages to sell his junk, including a #1 soda drinking hat, which turns out to be not so worthless after all.
Selling this rare novelty drink hat.
Fresh out.
I'm prepared to give you $500 for that drink hat.
Not so fast. I'll give you $1,000 for such a hat.
I'll give you $100.
Yeah, I just noticed that dude said he's willing to get $500 and only held up $1 sign. Did y'all peep that too?
In cash for said hat.
I'll give you $1 million for that hat.
Krabs wants to get that hat back from SpongeBob before he finds out how much it's worth, but when complimenting him doesn't work.
That hat makes you look like a girl.
Am I a pretty girl?
You're beautiful.
And now that he's offering a cool Foxy Grandpa hat, Mr. Krabs decides he's gonna scare the hat off SpongeBob.
Yo, like I said, they be in cartoons just not using their minds. If a hat was worth $1 million, SpongeBob could I would literally bend SpongeBob to my will, cause I'm Mr. Krabs. Mr. Krabs will say jump, and SpongeBob will like say how high, right? So if that's the case, why not just look at SpongeBob and be like, give me the hat or you're fired and you can't work for me anymore? No doubt SpongeBob is folding under that pressure, and boom, that's just an easy $1 million. Like, come on now.
A floating shopping
The ghost of soda drinking hats tells SpongeBob
That would
the
be
hat
a
he's wearing
sick
belonged to some
costume.
dead guy named
A
Smitty
floating
Werbenman
shopping
Jensen,
list.
and if he doesn't return the hat immediately, a curse will descend on him. Krabs made the guy's name up, but people in Bikini Bottom can literally be called a what's it to ya? Finding someone with a long, ridiculous name like Smitty's is far from impossible.
Hey, Mr. Krabs.
SpongeBob, what are you doing here?
Oh, I was just returning the cursed soda drink hat to its original owner.
What? There is no Smitty Werben Diggerman Jensen. How did I just did it? I would give me that shovel.
It was his hat, Mr. Krabs.
Krabs
He
sets
was
the graveyard,
number
and after mocking
one.
Squidward for simply having hopes and dreams, he defiles Smitty's grave to get his greedy claws on that $1,000,000 hat.
What a
He's
baby.
gonna have to fight off the living dead to keep it, but they don't call him all armor abs Krabs for nothing.
Back up, I say!
Attack!
Tally-ho! Look at me, I'm Errol Finn! You're falling apart, Marrow Brain!
Imagine pulling up to like a graveyard and you dig up one of the skeletons, and then you use that skeleton's body to defile the graves and all the other people there. That would be devious work.
Oblivion! Ho-ho! How's your sister? I've got $1 million!
By morning, a warehouse full of the hats is found, so the $1,000,000 hat Krabs destroyed a whole graveyard for has become
Quite
worthless.
literally.
Krabs still gets a point, though. Trying to steal a priceless hat away from his employee when he's already a millionaire himself is just typical of this crustacean cheapskate. Alrighty,
Okay.
guys, we're halfway through this battle now, and Mr. Burns is in the lead with 21 points for his crimes against workers. Mr. Krabs ain't far behind him, though, with a staggering 19 on the scumbag scale. But even if Burns
19
turns out to
on
be
the
the worst
scumbag
boss,
scale.
there's no denying that Mr. Krabs will always be the greediest. I mean, what kind of manager charges their employee for simply existing?
You're making me pay you to stand at the cash register? Have you gone off the deep end?
Every time I catch you two goofing off, I'm gonna charge you for it!
18, 19. Here you go, Mr. K. I think this should cover all my nonsense.
If there's a charge for talking,
not paying
SpongeBob
for
better
it,
shut the
yeah.
hell up or he'll be $1 billion in debt by the end of the week. Since we're already on the subject of losing money for absolutely ridiculous reasons, this is the perfect time to revisit the episode Skill Crane. Krabs is invested
remember
in a
this
claw
too.
machine filled with adorable plushies that SpongeBob just can't seem to stop winning.
Hey, Squidward. Hey, Squidward. Hey, Squidward.
While SpongeBob is one lucky ducky, Squidward can't win a single bear no matter how hard he tries, and he eventually becomes so addicted to the game, he's, well, just let him tell you himself.
I'm all out of
Money! Boys, it's payday!
Let's see
Today
here.
is
Hold on,
Monday.
wait. There is something I'm finna say, but I want to make sure I got my facts straight. Season 7 of SpongeBob. Season 7 dropped in 2010. Season 6 dropped in 2009. All right, bet. So I personally think, right? I personally think SpongeBob was at its best. I personally think SpongeBob was at its best between not between seasons. I think SpongeBob was at its best between 2009 to like 2000 and I'll say like 2013, 2014. So from 2009 to 2014, that's where I think SpongeBob was at its best. The old episodes were peak though, don't get me wrong. But I think the animation of that time matched with like normal SpongeBob, it was a good idea.
Just in case you want to.
I didn't like whenever SpongeBob looked like this.
Of course, Krabs went to the trouble of putting Squidward's paycheck into quarters. Squid says if he doesn't win with one single quarter, he's walking away from the game for good. 6 hours later, he's blown through his entire paycheck, and by tomorrow morning, he's blown through his entire life savings.
Please, oh please let me win one time.
I think you have a problem.
You don't listen to him, Squidward. What's this?
The deed to my house.
Okie dokie then. Carry on.
The deed to my
Honestly,
house.
Krabs deserves 3 points for his disgusting behavior in this episode. He milks Squidward for everything he owns, even his dang house. That's pretty life-changing damage right there.
Honestly, that was
He had to
Squidward's
start
fault,
selling his
though, in that
organs to the
episode,
black
I'm not gonna
market
lie.
just to keep playing that stupid claw machine. Luckily, SpongeBob taught him how to be the crane, and he finally won the worst toy in the machine.
Winner, winner, winner! I'm a winner, everybody! Yeah, hear that? I'm a winner.
That's funny. Last I checked, you were a cashier.
Ooh, Burn did
Last
not
I
expect that Squilliam-level savagery from Mr. Krabs. Because of him, this so-called winner lost everything he owns in exchange for a $2 teddy. That episode really showed the dangers of gambling, didn't it? And they
Yes.
say SpongeBob isn't educational.
Yo,
And
I once
guess
saw
what,
someone make a theory. Someone on TikTok said he made a whole series about it, but he said that every episode of SpongeBob, this could be linked to some sort of like version of horror or like some sort of like theory or something like that. I don't know. I'll
But
have
it's
to go
always
look for
safer
it, but
to
it was a
never
really
bet any
interesting
money
TikTok
at all.
series. He made
Just
like 2
bet a whole
videos on
back
it.
in person like Mr. Krabs did at his card game with Plankton.
I lost you. I bet your contract, and I lost.
SpongeBob and Mr. Krabs
bet
both
your
start
contract.
bawling like a couple babies, and what kind of cruel, cold-hearted person would break apart such a loving relationship?
SpongeBob!
This is your greatest blunder, Krabs. I've been throwing those card games just waiting for you to slip up. But I got the next best thing, the guy who makes them.
Ignoring the whole putting SpongeBob's brain in a robot thing he does later in the episode, Plankton was actually a pretty decent boss. At least he made the kitchen comfortable. Look at what kind of conditions Krabs makes his employees endure just to save 2 cents on his heating bill.
Quit clowning around and get to work.
As soon as you turn the heat up,
The temperature stays at 62 degrees.
Krabs obviously gets 2 points for putting his employees at risk of hypothermia. Anyway,
Okay.
that's quite enough of Cheapy the Cheapskate for now, don't you think? Let's get back to Burnsy the Burner. I'm not
Burnsy
good at
the
coming up
Burner.
with nicknames, guys. Although I don't think Burns even needs a nickname. At this point, he just deserves to be called every curse word under the sun he stole. Smithers can never call his beloved boss a bad word, though. He's literally in love with this 120-year-old corpse. And love is a very strong thing indeed, because how else could Smithers continue working for Mr. Burns, the same boss who shoved his father's corpse down a sewer pipe, strangled him over a bath sponge?
You almost killed me!
you cats.
And remember when he found out Smithers was
Yo,
deathly
guys.
allergic to bees and absolutely couldn't care less?
What's the meaning of this slacking off?
I'm allergic to bee stings. They cause me to, die. Perhaps you could paddle for just a little while, sir?
Quite impossible.
Really, that's okay. Get me to a hospital.
Burns literally made Smithers pedal himself to the hospital, and he got the life-saving treatment he needed right after someone more important than him was seen first.
One more jostle.
Help me.
Holy smokes! You'll need booze.
What else can you expect from Mr. Burns? That wasn't even the first time.
Why'd he throw coins on him?
For the love of God.
And what is this selfish boss's excuse for leaving Smithers for dead during a nuclear meltdown?
There are 2 seats.
I like to put my feet up.
This fricker is a deranged madman who would doom an employee to this fate for simply parking in his spot.
Oh, no. That's Burns' spot.
The last guy that parked there is now a speed bump.
Jeez.
That clip was from the
Slow
episode The
down.
Last Traction Hero, and if you can believe it, Homer suffered a fate even worse than being turned into a speed bump.
There's a light bulb out on level P2!
Go! Go! Go!
Mosaic!
Congratulations. You're halfway down.
Congratulations. You're halfway down. 0 days without a plummet.
I'm drowning in cement!
Woohoo!
Of which cement is an ingredient?
Burns' office is home to his infamous trap
Those
door, and when
alligators
it's not
up
under
there?
renovation,
Yo,
he
I'm
uses it
telling
to
y'all,
fire
bro,
employees
sometimes
for the
these
most
cartoons
unhinged
just don't
of
make
reasons.
If you can tell me why I shouldn't fire you without using the letter E, you can keep your job.
I'm a good...
You're fired.
But I didn't say...
You will.
Burns will also use the trapdoor just to get rid of people who are annoying to him.
Not to mention my extensive fees, which...
This trapdoor app works like a charm.
And remember that painted-on emergency exit door?
Run! We'll hide at my house! Hey! This emergency exit is painted on!
Charlie asked Mr. Burns for a real door to save lives, but he'd probably get a better reaction if he just straight up spat in Burns' face.
Smithers, throw this at him. Smithers, where does that tube go?
I'm not sure, sir.
It's scary
Why
how
is
the
it
office
there?
trapdoor isn't even the most dangerous
that's
place
where
in
it
the
goes.
plant. The decontamination showers literally set employees on fire. What can I say? I guess working for Mr. Burns really burned. Well, Burns is way ahead now, guys.
wasn't
With
funny.
more SpongeBob episodes to go, there's still a chance Krabs could come out on top in the end. First up, the two faces of Squidward. SpongeBob accidentally slams the door in Squidward's face at work, breaking his whole face and sending him to the hospital. 2 weeks pass, and when the bandages come off, one of Squidward's hopes and dreams has finally come true. He's hot!
So handsome. People really seem to be noticing how handsome you are now.
Oh, so handsome.
If that's even possible.
It's a miracle.
Bikini Bottomites
Auntie
become
can
totally
walk.
obsessed with Mr. Handsome, swarming his house and stealing his stuff, even the clothes off his back. Squidward is terrified of the constant harassment, and you can count on Mr. Krabs to exploit an employee's nightmare just to make a quick buck.
There's plenty of Squidward to go around, so everybody just line up. Everyone will get the opportunity to touch Squidward.
That sounds way sus, Mr. K. The crazy fish will swarm the restaurant and touch Squidward any minute now, so SpongeBob needs to make him fugly again pronto.
Starting to look like your old self again. Nope.
Hang on a second.
Yo, have y'all ever seen the abridged version of that scene?
More handsome now.
Well, SpongeBob, it was you who got me into this mess.
Before Krabs can even decide how much to charge for touching Handsome or Squidward, a shoe suddenly falls through the roof, and SpongeBob pushes the majestic, beautiful squid straight into a pole face first.
Squidward.
SpongeBob.
Mr. Handsome is Mr. Ugly again, so the money walks, and Krabs breaks every bone in Squidward's face, trying to bring his beauty back.
I can make him handsome again. See? Takes a little effort. Just a little. Please, come back.
I was almost going to say that that's the worst Krabs has treated Squidward, then I remembered he tried to murder him multiple times in the episode Out of the Picture. Squidward is trying to sell
Yeah,
his
I do
paintings
remember
to the
this.
customers, but he'd have better luck selling them to serial killers as instruments of torture.
Get your art on.
The pain.
How about some art to go with that?
SpongeBob says Mr. Krabs should buy one of Squidward's paintings just to be nice and tells him to think about how valuable they might one day become. Realizing Squid's paintings could be worth millions if he died, Krabs buys all of Squidward's paintings and tries to kill his employee by sending him on a delivery run more treacherous than the pizza delivery episode.
The Arctic is so cold. Come on, Squidward. You can do it. No.
Freezing Squidward to death hasn't worked, so Mr. Krabs sends him on another delivery, this time to monster-infested Rock Bottom.
Bottom.
If Rock Bottom was a real place, IRL, where would it be? I think it would be Atlanta.
Oh, there it is. Embrace the unknown.
I think Atlanta is the rock bottom of the
SpongeBob
real
keeps
world.
following Squidward and rescuing him, so Krabs ties SpongeBob to a chair and sends Squid on a delivery he knows he can never make it back from.
Into the rocket you go. Mars.
Oh, Mars. Well, Mars.
That line delivery is like
Delivery from the Krusty Krab.
Believing Squidward is finally dead, Mr. Krabs calls the art dealer to find out how much his atrocious paintings are now worth, only for Squiddy to arrive back home just a little traumatized by the aliens. Mr. Krabs wants his money one way or another and decides to play a little game of whack a squid to get it, I guess.
Squidward, run!
Hey!
A little slower than Squidward. It's your best friend, SpongeBob.
Oh, get off of me! I'll never be safe. Not until my paintings are gone.
You can't deprive the world of your paintings.
But it's better than depriving the world of me.
Is it though?
Honestly, death may actually be a better option than working for either of these horrible, horrible bosses, but who really is the final boss of being a terrible boss? Well, the final scores are in. Mr. Krabs is a whopping 40 points for his crimes against the Krusty Crew, but Mr. Burns barely eked him out at 43 points, officially making him the worst boss ever. Still, I'll keep praying for anyone stuck working under either of these two sleazeballs. Well, guys, if the
Yo,
crimes of
those
these
paintings are
mega-rich
horrible.
managers weren't insane enough for you, click
But-
the screen to watch even more wild.
That is Who is Actually a Worse Boss, Mr. Krabs versus Mr. Burns by No Villains Are Safe. If you like this video, go check out his content. I think it's really cool. And if you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe. And with that being said, God bless.
Stay down, came up, God made a way.